stop saying so much. I have to stop saying so much. I took a speech class, did very good in this speech class. Never forget my teacher, Miss Sabani. Nice little lady, had an attitude. I think back, but I never forget her words. She'll always be stuck in my mind. Remember walking, we had a senior walk. Walked around the school, walked around all the hallways or what, I don't even know why it was, but it's like a parade just for the seniors. And you walk around the whole high school, the last day of school, and you walk around and everybody stands outside and watch the seniors. And it's a way to say goodbye to like some of your teachers and stuff that you had maybe in your underclassmen years. And walking, and I never forget, we got to where the dining hall was at. It's the last stretch. It's the last like stretch of the walk before you get outside and reality hit your ass. Where you, excuse me, ma, where you realize, oh shit, I gotta like get my life together. And I remember I was walking out and Miss Sabani saw me and I went to give her a hug and stuff, and she said, "You're gonna do so great in life." But we had a lot of back and forth and shit in class. I was giving Miss Sabani, I wasn't really giving her the blues, but she just had that attitude, and she's teaching us speech and debate class. So, she has some spunk to her, and man, some days I didn't feel like hearing that shit. But she recognized how funny I was, and she felt that I was talented even then. And for her to whisper, that stays in my head, cause I need that sometimes. Sometimes you gotta reach back in the bag a little bit. Not the bag, I don't know what to call it. The bag is actually, I saw the the thing where everybody's talking about I'm in my bag and I had to reach in my bag, and it was a debate. Genuine came out, was talking about, we invented in the bag. Remember we was saying, remember that was us? Remember back when I could actually dance? Remember when we was talking? In the bag, man, that shit is an old ass term. Like, for sure, at least since James Brown. The song Papa's Got a Brand New Bag is about a dude's whole, like, this is my style, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm out here on. And the song Papa's Got a Brand New Bag is about a dude that done switched up his style. And then you got people being like, yeah, we invented that shit in 2001. It's been around 40 years. No longer than that or whatever. What, 30? I don't know. I don't know math right now. Enough with the Trey. God, I gotta fix that. That's gonna bother me for forever. You ever just have a thing? We all got a thing that we want to just fix, that we want to stop doing. It's just a problem for us. You know what I mean? We want it. You like, I have to fix this for me. Nobody's called me out. Nobody says, Trey, you say too much. Nobody said enough with the nobody has said anything. But it's just something I noticed, and I can't stand it now that I know that is a dumb person's filler word. You don't want to If you don't want to you can't. It's certain things you can't in. Certain professions that you have that you cannot be doing a whole bunch of umming. You can't be a umming ass lawyer. You can't walk now. Jury. Yeah, my client didn't do it. Yeah, he's not guilty. Can't be an ass doctor. It's like, what's wrong with my heart, doc? Yeah, it's clogged. I gotta get rid of these I just hate how dumb it make me sound. And I need to be way more particular with my words. Think before I speak. That would help a ton. That would help a whole lot. I've done a lot of thinking about stuff. This podcast is gonna be coming out on YouTube I'm just going to do it. I was doing these. I actually cannot find those earlier episodes. I cannot find those ones that I was doing on video. I can't find them at all. But you know what? All right, let me cut it out because this is going to bother people. Like, all right, just talk, motherfucker. We don't care that you're umming. Just talk, you little silly ass boy. So let me just talk and not get so caught up in what I'm saying. We're going to be putting these out. I can't find those episodes, though. Those were some fun episodes. I missed some of them episodes. I missed some of the stuff I was talking about, some of the stuff I was doing. I was on there trying to get it in. Man, I was having a good time. But that was a different life. That was a different me. Things have happened. Things have changed. You know what I wish, man? I wish I'd have kept shit to myself. I've overshared too much information with people that are undeserving of it. Rather it be undeserving through like I just poured everything out on them and they like, man, what did I do to deserve this right here? Or if it just means like I have shared something with somebody that ain't really that close and that important to me to be hearing and receiving all this information. You know what I mean? I've said too much. That's one thing I wish I would have done is just been quieter. I wish I'd have kept a lot more stuff to myself. I didn't share shit to people that they don't deserve to hear anything. Just messy. You know, I never understood snitches like regular life snitches. Not like crime snitches. I get criminal snitching. I get criminal snitching I get that completely, okay? They throw them years at you. You like, bro, I'm not trying to do this shit. You want me to do 111 years by myself? No, bro. Let me start telling so we can start divvying up these 111 years. No, sharing is caring, my G. Sharing is caring. So I get when the crime is involved and you snitching. I get that 1,000%. What I don't get regular life snitching. I don't understand that. Like you work at Applebee's and you snitching on somebody that ain't rolled silverware or whatever. I don't get a work snitch. I don't get what you get out of work snitching. Because this is what I've never seen. I have never looked at the pay stub and saw a snitch balance. You ain't never looked at your stub and been like, damn, I ain't getting no snitch bonus this month. I ain't even. People be snitching like they getting extra money for it. I'll never understand that, bro. I don't get a work snitch to no degree. I don't get people, and I don't get messy people. I don't understand that, but there's a build to that. Like it's a certain way people are shaped when they messy. And old messy people are the work. Like you know, everybody know how. It's usually a messy woman. Usually a woman that's messy. She got a flat ass. Always a flat ass. Ass always flat. She rectangular. She looked like a polygon. You know what I'm saying? Polygon. That's a shape. It ain't got no shape. It's got uneven sides. Somebody just threw it together. It was like, yeah, just whatever the hell. They normally shape raggedy shaped ass, and they keep up a ton of mess. Never understood why them people had to exist. If you are one of those people, and you might not even know, you might not think that you might not even think that you this kind of person. But if you out and you are soliciting people's information, right? And they ain't told you, especially if somebody's like, hey, don't, if you lead most of your conversations with, if most time when you go to tell somebody something and you lead with, look here, don't say nothing, but you's a mess ass bitch. If you in a private sector, you in a closed environment, right? You in a closed space, and when you go to tell somebody something, you just start whispering. It ain't no reason for you to be, can't nobody hear you. The neighbor, can't nobody, you in your house. You at your house. And you whispering in the house information. Don't say nothing, but I just want that. The fuck is you whispering for? You's a mess ass bitch. You're keeping up mess. Old people are the worst messy people. Old people are they the worst. They usually ain't got no damn teeth. They out here, no teeth, bad breath. I've never understood how the fuck, that's the worst combination ever. You got less maintenance. All you gotta do is brush your tongue every morning. And you walk around this bitch with the mothball breath. You just in this bitch, whatever, just stinking, smelling like new death. And just messy as hell. Oh, they usually ain't got no teeth and they missing some hair. You don't know if it's alopecia or a decision. You know, you don't know which one it is. Keeping up mess and shit, mess at the church all the time, mess with everything. I just don't fucking get it, bro. And I've shared information with mess ass people. Because you know what messy people got? They got a way of making it be easy to talk to them. They do have a welcoming ass spirit. They lure you in. They lure you in by listening. And what happens is when you start talking to a messy person, you don't realize that you don't realize what's happening because you used to talking to people that's interrupting your ass mostly. They want to tell you what they think. They want to tell you how they feel. They want to tell you that's usually what's happening in your world, right? But then you talk to a messy person and they ain't saying nothing. So you ain't used to talking like this. So you just steady pouring out information. Just talking your silly, stupid ass off. And then you done only told this person. You ought to be like, man, thank you. I appreciate you for letting me get that off my chest. You know, I don't usually get a lot of shit off my chest, but you let me get that off my chest, and I appreciate my chest having that not on it no more. I appreciate what you did. And they be sitting there saying to you, I appreciate what you just did. You just gave my goof ass something else to talk about. And I done shared so much information with these people. That's a big regret. I done fucked some of these people too. That's the worst. You stick your dick in a messy person, you like, damn. This bitch gonna tell everybody. And they don't be shaped right. They don't be shaped right, bro. They don't be shaped right. But that, man, shit. Shout out to alcohol. Liquor make you do some stupid. Damn, let's not even talk about what liquor do. So, I'm trying to be more reserved, keep more shit to myself. Trying to be more private, man. With just certain information, but it's hard. Cause when I get on stage, I like telling the truth. I like speaking a truth when I'm up there. And the only way I know how to get closer to what I'm trying to be is to be vulnerable. You gotta be honest with yourself. You know, self-awareness is, man, that shit way more, like I think I've said this before, self-awareness is way a little bit more important than self-love. You need self-love for the encouragement, but you need self-awareness for self-growth. You can't grow without knowing where the fuck you at. And best way to know where you at with yourself is to be honest, with yourself. And with being honest like that, there's a vulnerability. But I didn't have motherfuckers use the fact that I'm an open book against me. You be fucking arguing with somebody and then they bring up some deep personal shit. You like, bro, what the fuck? We was like, we playing on the surface. I called you fat, bro. That's all I said. I said you was fat, and you gonna bring up my dead grandma? Like, what the fuck? People, people that just go, or they bring up some crazy information. You be like, shut up, that's why you fat. That's why the IRS took all your money. You like, what the fuck? Bro, I told you that looking for a lawyer. I told you that because I needed help. This ain't no roast joke, nigga. What the hell? They didn't repossess all my shit, bro. You gonna fucking bring this up, bro? That's some wild shit. Cold-blooded, bro. So you got like, I be trying to watch that shit. Watch who I'm telling anything. I'm scared to tell people shit, but man, I just don't know how to stop talking. That be the other thing. I gotta get a hold on talking, nigga. I just be yapping because I just like saying shit to people and people trick you. I just love hearing you speak. I bet your mess ass do. Don't tell everybody my goddamn business. I had to tighten up talking to my mama. My mama ain't really shit. I don't know. I just feel like everybody I talk to, they got information that they wanna know about and shit. That's you know what I mean? You ever talk to somebody, you get the same question? They keep asking you the same question 5 times. When you go back to work? And it's weird. If you tell them, it's just so they can get together and be like, well, he told me he ain't going back to that motherfucker. That's what he said. That's what I heard. That's what he told him. I heard he ain't going back to that motherfucker. That's what he said. And I don't start me to line about what he says. What I heard says what I'm saying. He ain't going back. And then you just see another motherfucker. You going back to work? It's like, why are you asking me this? Pastor? At least the pastor, if your pastor asking you going back to work, at least you know his motive. At least you know he trying to get that tithes up out your ass. He trying to get a love offering up out of you. You going back to work? Shit, I need some new shoes and some jewelry. Man, did y'all see that pastor got robbed in New York? Oh, they robbed his ass, boy. I've been robbed 9 times, so I you know what I mean? I feel like I can say this. You know, he came back. They robbed that nigga. You know they robbed that nigga again? He got robbed that day. He got robbed. They came in there. Okay. He was being flashy. Out here stunting, right? Being flashy. Them boys came up in there, ski mask down, robbed everybody in the church. I think it'd have been, I ain't gonna lie, I was watching, it was sad, but it'd have been funny if they'd have made everybody get naked and shit. Cause that's usually what they do. They used to do that. That's a classic New York robbery. Back in the Gap, they used to rob your ass and then take all your clothes and then you be naked. You be naked and shit walking. You be like, what happened? Like, man, I got robbed. Motherfuckers took everything. They took your clothes? Yeah, they took my motherfucking clothes, nigga, and I'm out here. They left me hanging, bro, for real. I done been robbed, but he got robbed again. The second time he got robbed in the pastor's study. How you get robbed, nigga? He was doing like a Zoom Bible class or some shit. And them boys came in there, guns a-blazing. Yeah, nigga, when you still on that stunting shit, run it again. Hope you got insurance on this shit. They robbed his ass again. My dad's a pastor, man, and my dad got a lot of friends. I hope that don't never happen to my dad. Well, my daddy a shooter, nigga. I ain't, you know. You go to rob my daddy at his church, you fuck around. You gonna get a whole different Zoom Bible class. around, my daddy be shooting at the nigga, yelling out scriptures. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, because I packs a gun. He'll be in that bitch going ham. I don't think you're gonna rob. I'm trying to rob my daddy. Yeah, my dad not a flashy dude no more. He lived that life. He toned it down. You ain't gonna rob shit. You ain't getting nothing from my dad. He ain't got nothing. My pops ain't got nothing flashy. But he got some friends, boy. He got some friends that'll probably, you can rob. Well, a lot of my dad's friends, damn, I shouldn't say that. A lot of his friends dead. He got a few of his friends. He got a few dudes he thought was his friends that are still around. They ain't his motherfucking friend no more. I miss that, man. I miss going to church. I do miss church a lot. Church was fun. Church was a good time. You know what I mean? See fine ass women and shit looking their best. You know what I'm saying? Communion. I had pitched this, man, since everything is getting, infused. Why the hell the church ain't done a weed communion cracker? This is something that needs to be put on. Is a weed communion cracker. Weed communion cracker needs to happen, bro. Cause if you think about it, that whole little ceremony, right? That whole little, it's some trippy shit. When you read it in the Bible, it's trippy. You know hit, you know what I'm saying? The bread is supposed to be a representation of his body. And the little juice is supposed to be representation of his blood. This is the blood that I shared on the cross for the sins of man. Right? This bread is a representation of my body that was broken. I used to remember the whole little speech. Right? Boom. Okay. So if you taking the cracker, right? If you like, this is representation of his body, and you eat this cracker and you get high, then you'll really feel like Jesus is in you. You be like, God he in me. You like, yeah, you feel like you feel with the Spirit right now? No, it ain't even got nothing to do with none of that. I ate them earlier. That's some weirdo shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's some weirdo shit, man. I want to do that shit. I want to make something. I want to make some tray treats. That's what I need to make. I want to make some tray treats. And we'll fucking we'll do that. I want to do that. I want to do that for the listeners one time. We're going to do that. We're going to do some tray treats. I want to send them out to everybody, and then we'll get on Instagram Live, and we'll do a tray communion. I'm just saying, how come if I was to do that, people would be like, oh, this nigga Trey got a cult. Jesus do it, and then people paint murals of him and get jewelry made of him and shit like that. But the congregation need to do that. The church need to do that. Church need to do that. Church need to do weed crackers, weed communion crackers. You can infuse all that shit, because they got weed drinks now. I ain't promoting doing drugs, but I'm just saying to add some more edge to church, other than the other shit that y'all doing that's edgy. Catholics, hint hint, wink wink. Yeah, don't do that. And whatever we do at Baptist churches, most Black Baptist churches, we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't really be no dibbling and dabbling like that. We got a couple of, we ain't got a fleet of motherfuckers like the Catholic Church do. But what we will do is we will host a church lock-in. And while there ain't ain't none of that, none of no dibble dabbling, fibbling going on, there is some underage sex taking place. With underage, a lot of teenage a church lock-in is really an invitation to teenage pregnancy. That's really what a church lock-in is. It's basically being like, hey, let's get the teenagers at their absolute horniest, and let's hold them hostage for 24 hours. And let's see who. That's the game. That's actually the game. We're going to take some teenagers, hold them hostage at their absolute horniest for 17 to 19 hours. And whoever comes out of the lock-in not pregnant, you win. That's the church. That's a Baptist church lock-in. That is the manuscript. That is in it. You read it, you go like, damn. Never have. I didn't. Look, it took a minute. I got to get my hair. I was supposed to. I'm going to do it. Ugh. I never looked like I was supposed to look. That don't sound right. I guess I didn't look good as a kid, man. I wasn't like. No, I wasn't really. It was always weird older girls that would be like, you want to be my boyfriend? And I'm like, yeah, I want to be your boyfriend. But it was never nobody around I never had people around my age. Or maybe they was into me and they never let me know. I smashed a few of them later on in life. They let me know that I liked you when I was a teenager. When I was a kid, it was just funny just watching everybody be horny as hell. You sitting there in rage and they be like, pay attention. You in church, pay attention. The pastor is talking. Bitch, my dick is speaking right now too. Do you see how hard I am right now? I'm about to go in this bathroom, rub one out. If you want me to pay attention, I'm gonna have to get rid of this boner. Otherwise, hell yeah, bro. Anyway, that's something I would like to see. Because I think if the church did that in the beginning, if we had the weed cracker in the beginning of church. I've done this. I've gone to church. I loved going. I can't smoke weed no more. I just can't. I can't do it no more. I got to get my life together so I can do drugs again. That's a fact. I say that. That is my quote. I have to get my life together so I can do drugs again. When I smoke weed and I take a deep look inside of me, I do not like what I'm seeing. I start tearing up and crying and all kind of crazy ass thoughts. So I can't be having that going on at all. So I'm off. I can't do it. I can't do weed. I can't manipulate people if I'm gonna be. I can't do it. I'm sober so I can keep being a bad person. Cause if I start up with the drugs, you'd be like, this nigga Trey's a good Samaritan. What's going on with him? He's extra empathetic. So I can't, but I used to, before I was a bad person and I was smoking weed, right? And I would go to church. That was the only way I was be able to get through church. Cause it was beautiful seeing church. It was just dope. The music be like live, everybody jamming, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just see a vibe. You see people smiling, having a good time. You would just see how beautiful it was. You're like, yo, this is dope. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Two things will ruin church when you high. Two things. Pastor come up, because everybody, they singing and dancing, da-da-da-da-da. And then when the pastor come up, your whole vibe changed. The weed let you know. Oh, here come this motherfucker. Here he come. What he want. And then he be like, and then the pastor be talking and everything, like, oh God, oh shit. He on everybody's ass this week. Oh God. No, shut up. That's what my insides used to be saying. Shh, don't say that. Say some inspiring shit. No, stop grilling us about this. Oh, I don't want to talk about this. Yes. Yes, I love infidelity. Oh, I'm a bad person. No. High as shit. And then when they would go, hey, come and fucking put some money in here, you be like, ah, shit. I used to really be thinking, I be like, how much the fuck? God, I don't have that 10% they keep bringing. What the fuck? Like God's like an agent, nigga. That's like some wild shit. God is, you signed the fucking, most people get signed the UTA. You signed the GOD. This motherfucker's taking 10% of your off the top. 10 per fucking cent. Bring me a dime of every, oh man. Fuck out of here. I love putting that was the best shit. Walk around there. You know what I used to do in church? I used to put I never wanted people to know. I was kind of embarrassed to like be like a part of it or whatever once I got into comedy, because all my heroes had all these bits that was like against religion and this and stuff, and it made me feel stupid. It would make me feel dumb for believing, because I would see all these great comics that would have these bits that were like, religion is this and that, and every fucking damn near every comic I loved and appreciated. So I was like, fuck, man, like I feel so dumb for believing this. So I don't know why the fuck I would do this. So when I would go to put money in church, I would just I would put those comedians' names on the top of the envelope. You'd see the envelope. You were like $5, Hannibal Buress. Like you were fucking was fucking stupid, but it was what I did. It was the only way that I could like get through that shit. I used to be so high. Missed those days. My grandfather told me he missed when I was high. He said, I missed when you was high. You wasn't thinking about nothing. You wasn't. I'm like, you had no idea. I wasn't saying what I was thinking, but I had too many thoughts going on in my mind. Too many goddamn thoughts. We got to get back to that place. But you know what? Well, that's been the episode, guys. Look, email in to the podcast. It's tutsoninterruption@gmail.com. That simple. Email in and, just come check it out. Say hi, say what's up. I'll answer questions. We're going to be doing more episodes. But anyway, tune in. I thank y'all for listening in. Whatever it is that y'all want to talk about, whatever it is that y'all want to do. Not whatever it is. This is my show. You know what I'm saying? But email in and say hi and say what's up so I can read those things back and talk to y'all. And we're going to start a thing going. You email in. I'm going to do some giveaways. I'm going to send some merch and stuff that I have. Yeah, let's turn this into something beautiful. Y'all be safe out there. Be careful. And I will talk to you guys next week. Adios.